We've just learnt that Australia's GDP increased by 3.4% in the December quarter, the largest increase since 1976. But the real historical anomaly is the amount of economic volatility we've seen over the past couple of years. Check it out. GDP growth is not meant to jump around like this. The volatility of the pandemic economy, still going, is an aberration. It means looking at each quarterly number is not very meaningful. Far better to look at the long-term trends, preferably a decade at a time. And it's not a pretty sight. GDP growth has been trending down for decades. 3.5% in the 1990s, 3% in the 2000s, and 2.2% in the 2010s. Wages growth slumped from close to 4% a year to 2.5%. But productivity growth slumped and then went nowhere. And it's tough for wages to grow 4% when productivity is only growing at 1%. And the reason for that is displayed in the most stunning graph of all: business investment. Businesses simply stopped investing. There was a huge boom in offices, factories and warehouses in the 2000s, and investment in machinery and equipment chugged along at 7% a year. And then, zero. And that's why interest rates had to keep being cut. The Reserve Bank has been desperately trying to get businesses to invest. It picked up last year, but actually fell again in the latest quarter. But before the pandemic, businesses should have been borrowing cheap money and investing like mad, but they weren't. Why not? Well, there's a lot of theories, and like everything in economics, it is complicated. But here's my theory. It's the absence of a coherent energy policy. The 2010s decade began with the death of bipartisanship on global warming, and ever since then, businesses haven't had a clue what to expect with one of their most important inputs. But now everyone's net zero by 2050, so they should just get on with it.